Hey guys, Bo Harrison, CrankyCanineDogTraining.com. I was getting ready to head out to the park with my pup, and I want to let her roam and have a great time. So I'm going to show you guys a simple way that you can rig up some very cheap stuff from the hardware store and have her off lead without the risk. Okay. So this is kind of old school Keeler method of dog training work, right? So this is what is called a tab. The way that we make these is we cut out some rope, okay? I use tape, and I tape around the spot that I'm gonna cut. This is a braided nylon rope. I get it at Home Depot, it's very cheap. Cut right where the tape's at. And the reason that I'm doing that, I'm kind of rigging it up like a shoelace, you know, so that it's kind of melted on the ends. Grab a lighter, melt it up, okay? You got a piece of this braided nylon rope. You're gonna fold it in half, okay? Gonna tie it in an overhand knot, which is very simple. Probably the only knot that you ever knew how to make, or well, some people are pretty darn good with knots, but that I ever knew how to tie. Overhand knot. There you are, okay? And now we have a tab. I'm going to the park. I want to make sure I don't lose my dog, so I am going to be using a martingale collar. It's an upgraded version. It's not like, it's kind of like a buckle collar, as you can see, but it has 2 holes instead of 1, okay? So basically, you fit that to the dog, his head goes in here, and you clip here, and whenever the dog pulls, it tightens so that he can't back out of it. I want to make sure that if I'm letting my guy have some freedom, that I've got good solid equipment on the dog. So I take my tab, okay, just as the thing in half with the overhand knot, and I put it through my leash loop, okay, the thing that you would normally attach lead to. So I'm going to put that through there. It's going to go through here, and we're going to cinch it down. What I now have is a handle. Okay, so if I need to quick grab my dog, I can. Pretty cheap piece of rope, tied in a few knots, and now I got a handle, all right? Excellent. So the next part is the light line, okay? I want my dog to feel like he's off leash. However, I don't want to lose him, all right? So we got a cute little French bulldog that just came in today, and so if I was working that little guy, he doesn't weigh much, you know, he's this little guy. So we would use masonry line, okay? Masonry line, it's very strong. You can get it at any hardware store. If I've got a bigger dog, like say, there's our cute French bulldog. Joel, my brother, is currently training. He's actually oddly training the exact skill that I'm going to be training at the park to get the dog to come back to me, which is the game of touch. Okay, so everybody knows touch is an excellent one, but we'll show you in a little bit. This is what I would use for my big dogs. Okay, once again, I get all this stuff like local hardware store. This is what you would call 550 cord or paracord, okay? The dog I'm taking to the park soon is gonna be a little bigger. It's gonna be my border collie. And so I'll probably put her on the paracord because she's a little heavier. She can put a little more weight on the end of the line if I need her, or if she wanted to. So anyways, I'm gonna take this, fold it, and we have another overhand knot just like the other one, okay? So the whole point of these 2 lines is that the dog can't feel it behind them. You want them to run unencumbered and go have a great time, but you don't want to lose them, right? And so these are strong enough to where they won't, or where you can handle the dog's weight and strength, but also light enough where they won't feel it and it won't bother them dragging through the grass, okay? So now I have a loop on the end of the knot, okay? When I go to, well, first of all, I'm going to make this pretty long. I'm going to pull this out, you know, well, it doesn't really matter how far you pull it out. Whatever your sense of security, whatever you need. I think 30 foot is minimum for me. 50 foot is even better. But, you know, some of you guys are going to say, well, I'm not fast enough to step on that line if he gets to taking off after a rabbit. Put 100 feet on him. As long as the longer that the line is, the more chance you have to step on it, okay? So we just keep tossing that out, okay? And then whenever I finally finish it, I am going to do the whole tape cut lighter trick because I don't want my line frayed. I want it to be melted like a shoelace, you know. So we melt that off, and I got this great big line. Okay, now, what I'm heading to the park with is a martingale collar on my pup with a handle so I can grab the dog if he gets close to me. However, I'm going to attach my light line to my tab, okay? So, open up, you see that the way that we've got it tied, your tab here or the handle has got this space in the middle. We're gonna put this through the space in the middle and then around the knot, okay? And I have just attached a light line to a handle to a very secure martingale collar. Make sure this martingale collar is fitted snug. Do not have that thing on loose. We're talking about off-leash reliability here. And then I've got 30 to 50 feet dragging behind the dog, but it's so lightweight that it's not gonna bother him, and he's gonna go have a blast. And then I'm gonna work on teaching him the game of touch so that I can get rock solid recalls, okay? Bo Harrison, CrankyCanineDogTraining.com, and I'll see you guys shortly at the park.